Like I said, bro, if we don't recognize the difference between the battle and the war, on what you should be fighting, on what you need to be letting go to focus on the bigger fight, you gotta evaluate. Yeah, you gotta evaluate so you can get a better grip on your time. What do I need to be focused on right now? Because that can wait. If I don't handle this, I will never get to the other side.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? Hey, y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mike Marin, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. Hey, man, welcome you to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast. Man, we excited to be with y'all once again on tonight, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all give it up for my brother from another mother, Alexander Hall. And now,
what up, cuz? We're starting line.
The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. What it do, my bro? Broski.
I think he frozen. Let it go.
What's good, man? What's cracking?
Oh, Lord.
What's going on?
What's cracking like?
What's good?
Oh, man.
Another week, man. We up in here, man. You know?
Another week, man. We alive, and y'all know what to do, man. Also, my co-host, my right, your left, man. My brother from the same mother. Y'all give it up for Big Dub, Boy Wonda.
What up?
Big bag, big swag,
Big Dub, big bag,
big cash.
You already know what it is. Let me go ahead and talk when I pop my collar.
You know, every time that would get me gonna.
It's like, I mean, think about Stump the Yard.
Oh man.
Oh man, what's going on, y'all, fellas?
What's good, man?
My God is great. I am officially on vacation.
Take me with you. Take me with you, please.
we was talking in the car.
I'll hold the bags.
We was talking in the car. I was like, I told her, I said, boy, I can't wait. Boy, I'm on vacation officially. He's like, how you did that?
You just came on vacation.
I was like, well, you know, you work, you do your job. They don't hear nothing from you. They don't care.
Man, look at here.
Yeah, I said, man. I said,
Sorry.
I got for real. I got a cool boss. She worked with me a lot. So
Yeah, Miss Tanya, she,
yeah.
Shouts out, Miss Tanya.
Man, I can really say, man, God has truly favored me in that area. No matter what job I got, I've always had a favor with doing ministry and it not being tainted or interfered with or blocked. Like that's been a major blessing. So shout out to you, God. You feel me? You did that. You heard me? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out how the Shift Motivator is doing.
Shift Motivator,
Why
take one.
when you did that, I've seen that skit in my head.
Which one?
Mr. Claw.
Oh. With Tracy Morgan. Mr. Push me again, Mr. Clark. Push me again. I want to play with. I just want you to know this. Jump. It's a long way down, Mr. Clark.
How was that going to work and you not even my beneficiary? I cracked. Have you seen that skit he did?
That's one of my favorite skits.
Oh yeah.
I'll show it to you. It's one of my favorite skits.
Bro, I died.
Top
First
favorite
time
skits.
I saw it, boy, I about died. I was like, "But this joke is a fool for real."
I just let Mr. Clark know I ain't no one to play with.
He did a parody with that. I was like, Jesus Christ, this boy ain't got no sense at all.
No, you need to do that ET parody. You need to do.
That was funny. That was funny.
I'm already on it.
Okay.
I already got it sketched out. I'm already on it.
Hey, I'll hold the camera for that. I'm there. You need an extra hand? I'm on deck. I'm there. That's just funny.
I already got it mapped out.
That was
And make sure you had it.
Bruh.
that was funny.
Bruh. I had a paper.
You stupid.
I already got it panned out, dog. We sitting in the restaurant. I already got it panned out.
You stupid. That joke gonna be funny, bro.
I'm like, hey, man. Yo, these fried tenders looking good. No, we not doing that. You're not getting no tenders.
You stupid.
You stupid.
You stupid, boy.
yeah, we gonna work today. You say you won't lose weight.
You stupid, boy. You stupid.
I already got it panned out.
You so dumb, boy.
Hey, some things I want to do too, but if Diddy say no, it ain't working.
You stupid.
Let's go.
You stupid, boy.
You need to do that to tag ET in.
Bro, I got you. Bro, we gonna plan it. I got you.
Just let me know, bro. 'Cause that's gonna be. Hey, bro, with the head nod too. Oh man,
bro, you already know.
Oh man, that's gonna be.
That's gonna be fun to do.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny, bro.
Oh,
That's gonna be funny. That's gonna be good. No cap.
I swear.
Oh God. Oh God. You want to change your life.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. You know, I always enjoy these time with my guys, man.
Bro, you know it.
Like we having a bad day, but when it's time to record, let's go.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Oh,
This is what we do, baby.
Oh man. You know, the crazy thing about life, man, is like if you allow it to happen, man, you're always becoming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even when you become, you're still becoming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no matter how bad it gets, it's only a moment in time.
Yeah.
And with that moment in time, if you can just get past that moment in time, then that bad situation would eventually subside itself.
Yeah.
You know, one thing, it's crazy because one thing he teaches, one of his quotes I like was when he said something to the nature of I can't do it like you, but you know, I can't naturally do it, but when I'm in my element, everybody like, man, you sound like E.T. Like, nah, I ain't E.T. dog. I've got that like numerous times after I've got through speaking, but it's like, I'm like, no, I'm flat up, but no. But and he was like, he was in the vein of like pain is necessary. He said, but one thing about pain, something to the nature of the fact that if you don't quit, it will subside. It eventually is going to stop. So
yeah,
and that thought just came to my mind. It's like, you know, and one thing I love about, you know, is I don't care where you are in life, you're always striving for the next best thing. And so even in what we're doing, it's like a journey of allowing people into our lives. Right. But at the same time, we're still progressing in our life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even in your becoming, you're still becoming. Because it's always that next. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's always trying to hit that next lick. What's the next thing? So it's like the question that was asked, is time profitable? Is time, lucrative, or is what was it? Is time wasted or time lucrative? And then I was like, time itself isn't profitable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because there's something you can't get back.
It's time is, when you look at it, time itself is not profitable. What's profitable is the action that you do within the time given. And so, time is neither lucrative or, now that I thought about it, because when the question was asked for tonight, we decided to go with this subject for tonight, but and we still got to come up with a title for it. So we'll make it up during the podcast, as they say. But at the end of the day, when I thought about it, I was like, well, shoot. Time itself is neither lucrative or wasteful. Time is time.
It's exactly that.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I looked at it, I said, let me go back to the grammar, go back to the book. I know this gonna light bro up over here. When I say, ooh,
I don't know, because my brain been fried. All this studying.
It's about to become unfried when I read this definition, because I know it's gonna spark some molecules in that brain cells.
Oh, please don't say molecules. Please don't say molecules.
Professor, I'm through. In the class.
It's done.
Oh man! So when you're looking at it, says time is this is one of the definitions. This is what I like. This is what I'm gonna read. And then we're gonna go in from now. It says time is the indefinite continued progress of existence and events in the past, present, and future regarded as a whole. And what I got stuck on was the indefinite continued progress of existence.
So
See, I told you.
I'm just gonna sit over here in my little corner and chill.
I told you.
But he been peeking through the blinds the whole time.
I told you. I told you.
Was that an adjective, or it's an adjective, right? A person, place, or a thing? It gotta be. Because time could be a place.
Now.
So what is it? Like, what's
that definition? That portion of the definition is a noun part.
Now, lucrative is an adjective.
So I guess time would be considered a thing.
That's who?
I guess time would be considered a thing.
A thing.
Right. If it's coming from a noun standpoint.
Yeah.
Right.
Person, place, a thing.
Yeah.
So
it'd be a thing.
And like for me, what caught my attention was the indefinite continued progress of existence. I mean, that just sounds philosophical.
And it sounds great. It sounds like something that you could be in a great place no matter how long it takes for you to get there.
Yeah. And then looking at too, I think this is a good subject as well, being the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? We actually
already.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the year just started and we already in the fourth quarter. And like we about to head into another year. So I think it's good to kind of tap this a little bit before we head up out of here, because at the end of the day, we got the fourth quarter. What are we doing to position ourselves to where we're not taking the rest of the year off when there are some things that we want to accomplish, not just as per se this year, but what are we going to be doing to position ourselves so the things that we want to see in the following year or don't want to see in the following year transpire. Right. So we're talking about the continued progression of existence. So we don't know if we're going to be here today or tomorrow. Because I used to say here today, gone tomorrow, just like the old quote used to say. But I done experienced so much loss over the years and so much trauma over the years. It's like, man, it's here today, gone today. It's like so you don't know how much time of existence you have left. So at the end of the day, it's being able to not just exist in the space that you're given, right, but finding a way to live in the space that you are given. So no matter how bad it seems, you have to find life out of that situation.
Yeah, because we're so used to operating out of survivor mode.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard to live from a lens of survival.
Yeah.
And so, like with me, I want to say within like the last 3 years, like the last 3 years have just been the most potent years just for being able to sit with myself and just being like, I've been a stickler with my time, just like this is what it is. Like I've been like zoned in. So I feel like that when you give yourself permission to live and not just work from a survival mode, you'll be able to help your unbelief within the becoming. So it's just like when you say your becoming is becoming, you still having faith whether you realize it or not because you're still moving. But because you're surrounded by what you're seeing, like faith, we walk by faith and not by sight.
Yeah.
So if we were to walk by what we see, man, we would skirt. Or if we would know what we had to go through to get to where we're trying to go, skirt. Oh no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
No, we ain't going through that. No, I'm straight.
Yeah.
And then we'll just sit in a place of comfortability, stagnancy, stubbornness, and it's not productive to where you're trying to go and what you really want to do. So I feel like when we have to really have faith in the becoming part because the story is still being written.
That's good.
You have to. And then what helps me out a lot, even in the midst of being in the fire, is just like when you think about the three that was in the fire, and there's like, hey, did y'all put a fourth person in there?
Rat, Meshach, and that.
It's like, no, we ain't put no fourth person in there.
Right.
So that's how I feel like when it comes to us and when we talk about our situations, I feel like Jesus is always in the fire, in the furnace with us.
Right.
And we're not being affected by it, though we're being affected emotionally and mentally. But God always finds us to restructure our focus and put it back on Him and keep trucking and keep moving.
Right.
So what keeps me is going back and thinking about, dang, He has kept me. He did do what He said He was going to do.
Right.
He did keep His word.
Right.
And he and a lot of us, He wants us to get in a place of dependency upon Him and not on our own strength or might. And that's a hard thing.
Right.
That's a hard balance. And it's like, how do you do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you do it to a place where it doesn't make you look like you're lazy and do it in a place where you're trusting in Him? And how do you do it without looking like a place of just like, okay, I'm just trying to do it on my own strength. I'm going to move. I'm going to grind. But it's like, it's finding that balance. And it's just, honestly, it just ultimately trusting in Him and the plan that He has for your life. And just making the necessary moves, do what you know you can do and then lead the rest to Him.
Yeah, and that's perfect, man. That lead into what I was kind of thinking while you was talking. That's why identity and purpose is so important, and knowing why, purpose is the reason something exists. So the reason time exists is because God had to make something for man to go by, in order to regulate, I would say, kind of like the governing function of the earth. Because what did He tell man?
Right.
He told man to subdue, told man to have dominion, right? So He gave man the responsibility. And when I say man, I'm not talking about a male, but man is both male and female.
Right.
That is the male, that is the human race species. So when God has given you the authority to create, to procreate, to exist, to live, to dominate, these are things that are a progression of life, right? Because we taste different portions of life through that progression.
Right.
We taste the good, we taste the bad, but because man went into a state of disobedience and they lost that privilege of not feeling pain, of not feeling hurt, of not feeling the dysfunction of what was going on, because at the end of the day, dysfunction was going on, which is why He had to create Adam and Eve. I ain't want to go there, but I'm just going to have to go there.
You in my head.
Because
you in my head.
Because they were not the first people on the face of the earth. Because if that was the case, then why did God tell them to recreate?
Yep.
So you see, why would you have to recreate something if there was nothing already there? So God had to separate a species because He had to separate them from the chaos so that they can come back and organize the chaos, because now I'm fit to put my spirit, my life, my breath into this species, and now I'm going to give you my image, my likeness, and I want you to go back into this place and take control and
dominion.
But because they failed at totally obeying the instructions, now we taste and we see the chaos and the things that he didn't want us to see because we didn't stay away from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, now I said all that to say it is. So
yes,
now a lot of us don't know why we exist. A lot of us don't know why the gifts that we have are there.
Yeah.
And so instead of walking to a place of life and bliss, so to speak, we're walking into a life of dysfunction and chaos and misrepresentation because I don't know why God gave me these gifts, because they're not in use. Yeah. And so through the process of time, God allows time to happen so that way if you put in the effort, you can figure out those things, because he's going to, I always say this, God to give you the nut, but he ain't going to crack it for you to eat. You got to crack it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to dive deep in it.
Yeah. So the fact that time itself is not lucrative and the fact that time itself is not wasteful, it can't be, but the action of misrepresenting what you do in that time can be wasteful or lucrative. But I think what happens is a lot of people get confused to what to do with that time. And therefore they go into one of those places where, man, I just wasted my time. No, you didn't waste time. You wasted action.
Yeah.
You wasted probability. You wasted opportunity. Or you had made something of that activity lucrative, or you made that opportunity lucrative. But time itself is, and then it's just hitting me, this is just revelation I feel, is time itself is not wasted or lucrative. It's what you do with it, because time is just time.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So if I exist to live, or am I living to exist? That, my friend, is the question. Am I existing to live, or am I living to exist? Because if I'm existing to live, then that means I'm putting myself in a position to exuberate my life, to expand my life, to expand territories, functions, gifts, natures, and characteristics. I'm giving myself to expand those things. But if I'm only living just to exist, meaning I'm going to stay in a dull place and I'm living an average lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because I'm just staying in what you said earlier
about when it comes to in the becoming of believing,
and where you was talking about a place of existing where you're not
from
living.
survival mode.
Survival mode. Yeah. You just, because if you got to really realize, if we're constantly in survival mode, we're wearing ourselves out, and so you're only going to do enough just to survive because you're wearing yourself out. Yeah. And then mentally, you're going to be tired. You're going to be drained all the time because you're wearing yourself out.
And that still isn't enough. This is where you have to place trust in God and rest in him. And rest doesn't necessarily mean not continue to work, not continue to do what you can, but it also means to rest and assure that God will take care of you in this place and space.
Right.
And so when you go to Adam and Eve, me and Elliot, we had a dope conversation when I was on a guest on this Word of Knowledge radio show, and we was breaking down with Adam's position within the Bible when it came to Eve. Like I said, bro, so if you see how Eve took a bite of the apple, and it's like then she presented to Adam. I said, if he would have rejected that, do you think sin would have entered the earth? He was like, no. Because when God asked Adam, where are you? It was more so than just where he was in the garden, but where were you in your position? So it's just like, that's how I feel like God is using this same existence when it comes to time. And he's allowing events to happen, and then to ask this very question: Where are you?
Where is your position?
Where is your position in the earth? In time, in the earth.
Right.
Where are you?
Right.
So it's just like, oh, I said, what? And I love dialoguing with them, because it's just like when we break the scriptures, bro, it's just it just open your mind around to a whole different thing, a whole different way you've never seen it before. And so when you get exposed to that, you can't help but do something different and apply something different than what you've been doing.
Yeah.
That's your guide. That's your mouth.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the most important tool that you need to have in your repertoire.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take you places where you're trying to go, and it's going to show you with different characters in the Bibles and stories and what do you call it? I'm looking for a word. It'll come to me, but it'll explain different situations that it can pretty much pinpoint to what you're going through, and it can give you an answer, and insight, and revelation, and reveal some things to you about your own situation that you can either get healing from, or you can get direction from, or insight from, to show you, man, okay, I have blase. This is what it is. Because I be thinking, bro, and maybe you can help me with this. And I think about a lot of people that left the earth that didn't really get to fulfill their full entire purpose, right? Whether they were killed or robbed from it, or whether they just passed unexpectedly. We dealt with that personally.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, God, are you saying that their purpose and what they did, they fulfilled what they needed to do? Because when you look at Steve Jobs, you know what I'm saying, he created Apple. You know what I'm saying? He went through this ordeal when I think he passed away of cancer. So it's just like, what about the people that are in the earth that are doing exceptionally well in their purpose, but it's not the right thing that gives me not inspiration, not hope, but more so it's just it's not
like almost to the point of like it's just a job type deal.
Yeah. It's not edifying. It's not in a sense, but they're I mean, they in their vein, they killing it. It's like, how do you, man, I don't even know how to ask this,
I know where you're
bro.
going. I think this is just me. I think what happens is we find ourselves trying to minuscule or shrink down the gift of man. And what I mean, the gift of man is like, you could be great at what you do, but still not walking what you say, feeling like you feeling edified or purposeful.
Right.
So it's like, even like in this realm, and I was just reading an article the other day, and I said, yeah, that's completely right. But I've been saying this for years. But it's like everybody's trying to come into this like, you should be an entrepreneur. You should start your own business, or you should do this, you should do that, and everything. It's like, well, shoot, if everybody start their own business, who's going to be an employee?
Right.
First of all, everybody ain't built for this type of work. Second, first and foremost. Second of all, it's a lot that comes with the responsibility. You don't want this headache. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, so it's like you have all this stuff, and then it goes back to like what Dr. Miles Monroe said. One of the greatest tragedies in life is being successful at the wrong assignment. So you could be doing great at your job, or you can be whatever you do, but you still feel a sense of unfulfillment because you feel like you know there's something that you would like to do more. And I think that goes back to when we minimize our gifts,
and it goes to gifts around repentance too.
You see, it goes. You know what I'm saying? Because who's to say I can't work a 9 to 5 and still kill it in corporate America and still not put that energy like, man, I wish I could do this. Then why can't you? You know what I'm saying? It's all about positioning. Excuse me. It's all about positioning, because the way things have shifted now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's I feel you have more choices in certain areas. So it's trying to figure out how can you make that work for your life. Will there be times that more sacrifices will be made? You will have to spend more time, maybe acquiring certain trade skills, degrees, education, certifications. It's going to be that window where you're going to have to sacrifice, and it's going to feel like you're losing your mind. But as long as you're doing I feel like this, as long as you're doing it with a purpose and an end goal in mind, it's not as we would call it, say wasted time.
Right.
Let's get away from that. Let's shift that. What about wasted activity? Because time is time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm shifting my perspective on that now as we're talking about this, because it's like got my eyes open. It's like time is time. Like I can't waste time. I'm wasting activity within time.
Right.
Because that activity or non-existence of the activity is just going to put me in a winning position or it's going to put me in a losing position.
Facts.
Because time is just going to be time. But ain't nothing we can do about that. It's going to exist.
It's what you do within that.
It's what you do within that.
Yep.
It's going to exist whether we here or not. We're going to be dead and gone, and time still going to exist.
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking while you're talking right
Somebody poked the bear. It's coming straight from the house.
No, I'm just thinking.
My whole mind is shifted just from this conversation.
Yeah, because it's almost like how are you experiencing the things that God created?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, how are you experiencing your family?
Yeah.
What are you doing with the people who you are married to, you go with, the people who you were born blood related to? You know what I'm saying? That's AKA time. You know what I'm saying? How you experiencing your friends? That's AKA time. Like, what are you doing with them? So sometimes if you want to experience if you want your personal relationship with your significant other to have different experiences than you did for the last 10 years, that time that done passed by, then you might have to take some of your time that God has allotted you to do what you just said. You might have to go to college or go get a degree or something.
Right.
That you see one Matt with it on, do the week, you know what I'm saying? Because I want a different outcome on this side of time.
Right.
I want to experience different stuff on this side that I don't even know how 37 and 38 gonna look, but I tell you this right here, it's not gonna look how 33 and 32 looked. So I'm doing what I'm doing now. So when I get there in that point in time, I will experience it differently. You know what I'm saying? So I think I was just thinking about that when you was just saying what you were saying about picking up a trade or doing something different, so you can have a different experience with the time. That we have. You know what I'm saying?
You know what really helps me? I know that for a fact, I am just one move away from changing my life.
Everybody is. We all.
Everybody's one move away. That's what keeps me. And when that moment happens, and it's going to unlock so much more behind that, we're all one move away. Just one.
Either you want to move away or you're one character trait away.
That's
it could
good.
be a character like when me, like I was saying earlier, me sitting there, like I said earlier, about shooting X-ray and stuff. Like, what happens if the doc be like, I need an extra position? Can you reshoot it? Like, what if I don't want to be? You know what I'm saying? But
what if I won't do that?
But at the same time, when I'm sitting there and I'm studying 3-4 hours after class, the only one in there, right? It's developing a certain type of character trait within me that I need for whatever it's doing. I need it. Obviously, I need it because I wouldn't be there if I didn't need it.
Right.
So obviously, whatever that's coming next, like, son, you're gonna have to focus when you don't want to.
You do what you
have
need
to separate
to do.
yourself when you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So you might be one business deal away. You might be one character trait away.
Yeah.
Not to bust the walls down, but to get your mind where it need to be so you can bust a wall down.
Right.
Because sometimes when it comes to time, bro, you could be in the area, you could be in the space that you don't like. Time don't care if you don't like it or not.
No.
As a matter of fact, God don't care about your preferences all the time.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
He care about his being portrayed through you and being re-exemplified for his glory. And that's what we really put on this earth to do, is to bring him glory. And I think about all the time, like the conversations that we have when it comes to my job, and then I just have like real high stress level days, and then it goes back to the conversations we have, and then it able to calm me back and keep me at bay, and I just pop off, and then it just gets me back into a place. It's just like, okay, God, yeah, that's something I have to work on, and it's like everything that within that job, He is prepping us for the next level. He's prepping us for the next stage in life. He's prepping us for the next character trait, the next moment. So even with businesses, you reach out to a lot of people. A lot of people may not respond back. How you gonna handle that? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna go on social media and put them on blast, and now they ain't gonna do nothing work with you because now you in your fields?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you hire other people to to do things that either will cause you to be like, you know what? Hey, such and such, can you handle this real quick? This is what's going on. Like, there's ways to still keep your sanity and to keep your character and to keep a good name, because I'm telling you, it takes a lifetime to build it, but it takes 2 seconds to tear it down. And it's harder to rebuild from that moment. So it's just like, that's what keeps me.
Yeah.
And knowing that the purpose that I have in this earth is like, I know God has so much more music, so much more film, so much more parodies. You know what I'm saying? It's so much that we just take by the bull, by the horns, and even just with the TV shows and prepping for everything that we got with the partnership. So we really been making use of our time and just killing that. And so it's like we already in 2024. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got 8 shows already lined up for 2024. So it's just like those type of things. You have to get yourself in a place of really training yourself and conditioning yourself to be able to handle what it is that you pray for.
You know what, bro? When you said, I heard everything you just said. All right, I ain't gonna cap. I heard everything you just said. Right. But one word stuck out. It almost like,
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R828 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
you ever been talking to somebody and a good conversation? You know, y'all vibing, y'all politicking back and forth, and then they say something with the word T, and then this small drop of spit just bungee jump out.
Like slow motion.
You be like, I know it just spit on me. You know what I'm saying? So this word what I'm finna say, that's how I felt like it just jumped out. It just jumped out and just hit me on my glasses, right? You said
I promise I ain't spit. He
ain't spit. But you said somewhere in that beautifully spoken sentence of yours, you said the word feels. Feels. And a lot of us, we don't have a grasp or a grip on our time because we are trapped in our feels. We locked in our feelings.
Paralyzed.
When you're locked in your feelings, it's almost like waking up at 2:45 in the morning and going to the bathroom and not hitting the light switch. You just in the dark walking. You can't see anything when you're locked in your feelings. You can't recognize time opportunity when you're locked in your feelings. Because most of the stuff as an adult that's going to take us from level 1 to level 2 is on the outside of our feelings. That's the biggest thing.
It is.
Yeah,
how many times, Mike?
He got that look on his face.
I'm saying,
speaking from the house.
We having a convo. You know, I'm from the house, so like, I mean, you ain't gotta be all whatever with it, but just be like,
I'm just messing with you.
Skirt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times have you would have tasted something different if you would have did something that was outside of your feelings when you know you were supposed to do it in a timely manner. That's what I'm talking about. And that's a lot of the difference between the people who balling out and the ones who not. I'm just saying, we gotta be for real, right? And your belief system don't matter because the principle, you're a principle guy. You always coaching us on principles off camera.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So the reason why it seems like the heathens is making it and some people not, or just I'm just don't come from my head, whatever. I'm just saying, it's because principles God don't lie. So when He puts some out, it's gonna turn back how it's supposed to turn back. So when we don't step out of our feelings and do something in a timely manner, we can straight miss the train every time.
Every time.
The reason why old boy doing right now is because he got out of his feelings and got on the train on time. How he was when he left the corner, he still is on the train. You dig what I'm saying? Like he didn't get all bow tied up to get on the train. He got on the train straight from the block. So he still might have some block residue. He still might have some blood wrappers on him. He still might have some liquor on his breath, but he got on the train. He can freshen up where he going on the journey. So trying to freshen up before we get there, sometimes no. You need to just get there.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? We need to just now is the time for us to just get there. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have a computer. And the device that I use is mama's, ain't even mine. It's an iPad. Half the time, I don't have to work the doggone thing. I have to go on Google to figure out how to save something. Like, how you work this doggone thing? It's a big old iPhone with no, you know what I'm saying?
It's a super phone.
But that's the device where I'm turning in all my assignments on.
Right.
So right now, I can't worry about what I don't got. I just have to worry about passing the class. It don't matter how I got there. I'm like, bro, I kid you not, I failed 4 quizzes last week and passed a test at the end of the week.
Make that make sense, right?
It make sense.
Each failure got better. Start off with a 64. Got 65. Okay. Got 67. Okay, we hit one. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the week, I got on the train though.
Right.
Right. And all of that was a progression that led to the final destination.
Right. So, but I did not get so trapped in my feelings about me not passing. That's irrelevant. Look, bro, I had to teach myself this early. And I think my
Go ahead.
I had to teach myself this early, bro. And I thank my son's mom for this. I thank you, Taylor, for this. Cause she taught me this. What's more important, the battle or the war? If you cannot differentiate between the battle and the war, you need to get at your feelings.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you can see what's important. Now, what do I need to be tackling in this time right now? Where is my mental space right now? Where are my emotions right now?
Facts.
The money in the houses and stuff, that stuff don't matter. That stuff, don't get me wrong, it matters, but it doesn't matter. When you see a millionaire, how many times have you seen somebody who's a millionaire and their mental health is shattered? Do you think they on Instagram flexing? No. They're not. They in somewhere in counseling, sitting down, looking out a window, talking to somebody, trying to get their mind right. Because your finances will not help your mental stability.
Nope.
You dig what I'm saying? So if you cannot differentiate between the war and the battle, because that's your time. That's your time. Like, how am I handling right now?
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, yeah. Which it goes back to the definition: indefinite continued progress of existence. So, in the midst of what keeps sticking out to me when I keep hearing is progress of existence, meaning it's still something moving forward. It's still something,
Still in
something
motion.
still happening. There's still
It's
some
still in
life
motion.
there. So, and the reason that my mind went off like that, because my mind is like I'm hearing ET in my voice, in my head.
Let's go.
It's like what he said, and I heard him say 1,000 times. It's like hit me like combo right now. Like it's like that's at the end of the day. If you got to cry to get there, cry. Just get on the train.
Get on the train.
If you drunk, it don't matter. You can sober up on your way to your destination.
Yeah,
get on the train.
Yeah,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? If your
get
friends
the train.
ain't buy the ticket, who cares? You got to get on the train
Yeah.
and get to the destination. Because at the end of the day, it's about progress. And the journey is the journey. And within the progress of that time frame, who cares how you look? If you got to start up the flow, you got to start up your homegirl or your homie chest, and you to get that stuff out of your system. Listen, your deliverance is in your progression, not your existence.
Bars.
Your deliverance is in your progression, not your. Because if you're just existing just to survive, you're not moving anywhere. But if you're living to progress, then that means there's going to cause some type of movement, even if it hurts, even if you don't want to, even if you don't feel like. But because it's that important to you that you want to progress, your deliverance is in your progression, not your existence.
Bro, I look at all three of us. We had major losses at the same time.
Bro, your deliverance is in your progression, not your existence. Do you know how powerful that is?
It is.
It's men who need to know you are more than a baby daddy.
Right. And women need to know that they're more than baby's mama. You know what I'm saying?
You are more than a baby mama. Stop trying to live. They moving on.
Right.
Quick, fast, in a hurry. Not looking back. Not blinking twice.
You the only one who trying to be a baby mama.
Yeah.
You more than that. You the only one who trying to be the baby daddy, bro. Move. Because right now you don't know the difference between the war and the battle.
For real.
That woman fighting the war, you still trying to fight the battle. No, let it go.
Right.
So it's get on.
Oh boy, just got my mind rolling. Like, boy, dog, she looking for a husband. You trying to be a baby daddy?
Yeah,
Facts.
he looking for a wife. You trying to be a baby mama.
Come on with it,
No.
dog.
You make sure everything is cordial with the fathers,
For
and you move forward.
Progression. Exactly.
That's it.
Because your children are watching what you're becoming. They see you being a baby mama.
Exactly.
So now you just set the standard for your bloodline, and you don't even realize that.
Exactly.
Versus you can shift some things, still be cordial with them, move on with the person who you can become one with. Now you know what, mom didn't really with them, but mom married now. Mom, she okay, I see. Now they can see a different, and that's why with my son Pop, because everybody thing is different. That's why I tell everybody, if you had your child and you live in the same household, do your thing.
Yeah.
If you married, you dig what I'm saying? So that's why with my son Pop, when I'm around his mom, 1,000%, I always respect her for sure. I watched her give birth. That's 1,000% respect. I don't know how it is to give birth. I don't want to know how it is to give birth. It didn't look pleasurable. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But she pushed him out like a champ. I tell everybody that. Like, you know what I'm saying? She the GOAT for that. But my son also see mom and dad not together, and then she has other children and stuff like the other, the relationship stuff like that. So, but when it comes to me, and when I move forward, I want him to see, oh well, dad didn't marry mom, but and he got married before, but dad this time, this is solid. This is solid. So therefore, he can have an example of what to look forward to. So while you still trying to be the baby daddy, she looking for a husband. You trying to be a baby daddy. Get your behind on the train. Because you are stuck in the time in your feelings to where you don't need to be at. So like your mind frame can be 20 times better. Your heart can be 20 times lighter. I don't know nobody. Okay, I know one person. G-Dub. He had some stuff going on. I think he had did a robbery right before he signed with Bad Boy, something like that. And shot the guy. The guy ended up passing. Yeah. Shot him on accident. Or something like that. The guy ended up passing. And then he ended up blowing up on Bad Boy. G-Dep went and turned himself in. That's a real one. So other than that, and I know it may be some other cases out there, but I don't know nobody. I'm from East Tampa. Okay? They robbing the store. They robbing your granddaddy house. They don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody who going in there and be like, hey, yeah, I just robbed her. You know what I'm saying? who does like tape? Who in Polk County literally going down in Great Judge? I just, you know what? That was me with the 4 pounds of weed. That was me. Go ahead and lock me up. I was in Inwood. That was me. So why are you signing yourself up to stay somewhere? Why you putting chains on yourself? You know, so much you just didn't come for that. That made no sense, bro. Get on the train as quickly as you can. You can learn. Bro. Do you know what be getting me upset sometimes when I be in class? Man, look at her. I'm finna tell you. This junk crazy. And you know this mess with me. My teacher, bright guy, he actually, every professor I've ever had at Kaiser University has been over the top. I'm just being for real. I've never had a bad professor. Never at Kaiser. My professor today. Not today, but throughout this class period, he said something like, now is not the time to learn the information. You have to remember it. Do you know how that affect a person who I want to know?
Wow. Dang. That's powerful.
That's powerful. He said, now ain't the time to understand it. Remember it so you can pass the test. And I'm thinking like that's a hybrid speed of learning, because if you remember something over and over and over, you recognize it. You can, what does this mean? That means blah, 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 blah. So you learned it indirectly, not from understanding it.
Right. Exactly.
From drilling yourself.
You learn it in the process.
Subconsciously. So you can learn what you need to learn on the train.
Right.
Just make sure you
just get on the train
to get on the train.
Yeah. That's it.
Look here, girl. You don't know how it's gonna turn out. You need that's not cracking. Get on the train. Get on the train. You can learn how to be your wife. Just get on the train, because the person who you're gonna be sitting next to got the patience for the process. Because the male is supposed to teach the.
Bruh.
Why you think she dysfunctional? Because you taught her.
Preach, preacher.
She ain't got no patience because you taught her. She don't know how to budget money because you taught her how not to budget money. You taught her.
You be teaching when you don't even know you be teaching.
Why you think the house dirty? Because you taught her. But you ain't constantly cleaning up. You taught her. You taught her how to do it because the man teaches. But bro, when he told me, my guy, now I want the time to bro, you know, I'm like, hold on, I don't even like this. I'm a type of person where I like to, everything that come out of my mouth is from understanding. You know what I'm saying? Everything that come out of my mouth is from understanding, bro. So he said, now I ain't the time to learn to understand it. Just remember it. I said, oh. This is different.
It's here's the crazy part, bro. The fact that you said that, because that's something I've done and never even thought about it that way. but when it comes out, it just sounds so. Because I remember certain things I've had to study for. It's like, man, I'm just gonna remember this stuff and I'll learn it, and I'll get to understand it and learn it later.
But look,
so
now,
I'm studying, not to learn it, but just to retain information, just to pass this exam.
but look, now I'm having a hard time because I'm not used to learning that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm used to trying to understand something. So now I have to get on the train. In a way that I can to make sure that I get on the other side. You feel me? So that's why I'm speaking from experience.
It's actually sharpening. It sharpens our tool belt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what happens when the opportunity comes for you, that's really an opportunity and it's not a scam, and you have to make that decision inside of a certain window of a time frame that you don't give yourself the normally to make decisions like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sharpening that tool belt. Because it's like, man, I'll look this over and I'll get back with you tomorrow. No, I need an answer in like an hour.
For real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how God can use certain things just to sharpen you in a way that you wouldn't do it if I didn't put you in a certain situation. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's about motion. It's like either you're moving towards something or you're moving away moving away from something. And so it's, at the end of the day, when you're talking about, like I said, it's not like you're wasting time. Your time is being lucrative. It's you're wasting activity, or either the activity is lucrative. It's either going to push you towards something or push you away from something. So if you want deliverance in a certain area, it's going to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It baffles me, dog, on how financially and literally America is, but yet we won't do the necessary stuff to make sure that we understand the basics, to make sure we put our families in situations and positions to win. We just don't. We won't do it like that. It's just the 1% are the 1% for a reason, dog. I was just in a general conversation with somebody yesterday, and just we was talking about some business and stuff like that, man. And like he was like, man, I really appreciate you sharing some of this information with me, and blah blah blah. I was like, ain't no problem. We was going over like some insurance stuff, and I was just like, man, I was just reading the article, and I was just remembering some conversations I've had with some other people, and it's just like I'm looking at the kids, right? Because and I'm like, they don't know this stuff. It's like, and the parents ain't teaching them because they don't know, and which just goes back to what Doug was talking about. Instead of I'm talking like Mike Tyson. So instead of positioning themselves to win, to thrive, they just stuck and satisfied with surviving. Like I don't know what I ain't figured it out yet because but then your kids ain't really receiving nothing that can benefit them because they gonna mimic what they see and not what you say. Exactly. Then you can tell them, hey baby, don't do it this way then. But if not, they gonna do what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And before the conversation, I said, yeah, it's crazy. They'll go pay $200 for a pair of shoes, but they won't pay $20 for a book. I said, it's crazy. So what are we grooming? What are you grooming your environment for? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your environment is not just you. What are people that that you're connected to? That's why I say one of my most important things about one of the characteristics that I possess is that I pride myself in, and I don't know everything, and I don't pride myself to know everything. But one thing I've made it in my mind to do is Mike is going to be a resourceful person. If I don't have the answer, I'm gonna try to get it, or I'm gonna try to steer you somewhere with where the answer is at. So at the end of the day, I'm a resourceful person. I'm gonna make myself a commodity. You gotta make yourself a commodity. Don't make it easier for them to lay you off. If they remove you from that department, that means they shut down. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we don't be so concerned with that because we're not trying to be the best version of ourselves. We just trying to do it as well. We're trying to get more by doing less. And there's a right way to do that. And I think a lot of times we're going about doing it the wrong way.
And you reap what you sow. So if you sow the bare minimum, you reap the bare minimum.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly. Which in a sense almost come from a impoverished mindset, having a poverty mindset. A scarcity mindset.
That's why I said renew your mind daily.
You want abundance, but you're living in a scarcity mindset because you're not renewing your mind. How do you renew your mind daily? By the information that you put in there.
Mm-hmm. And the things you look at and the things that you feed yourself.
Yeah.
What are you feeding yourself?
Yeah.
Knowledge-wise, spiritual-wise.
What are you not feeding yourself?
What are you not?
Yeah.
It's just some people just run here with this. They run here with the nutty professor table. They got everything on it.
Put a little bit of that over there, me pretty.
They got the nutty professor table.
Right. You know what? And some people need to remove themselves from that table because you're what's the word I'm looking for? You're out of shape. You know what I'm saying? You're diabetic, but you're still sitting at the table eating the same stuff that got you in the position. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to move away, step away from the table.
Your emotions are swelling up. Your mind is about to become like hemorrhoids poking out of your ears. But you won't put any blockages up to stop it. You won't put no safeguards up to stop it. But your heart is about to explode with all these stuff, everybody's problems, everybody's things, everybody pulling on you, but you won't do anything to be like, you know what, this is enough.
Bro.
For real.
Bro, that's good. This is all I can hear when you talking like that, because boy, you just spit out some stuff. What 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying. Take that from the natural. Everybody trying to get money. Everybody trying to get rich or die. Are you trying to get rich in character? Are you trying to get rich in morals and ethics and how you carry yourself? Are you trying to get rich in leaving an inheritance for your children's children that's not just financial, but being able to teach them how to make quality decisions?
I'm trying to tell
you know what I'm saying? Get rich or die trying. What are you getting rich on?
Bro.
Because at the end of the day, time is going to be time.
And you know what? And the person who's swelling up like that, you can't even be mad, because here's the thing. That's why I say that when you are entrapped, you can't see. The people know you're that person. They know they can lean on you. They know they can call on you. They know you nice. They know you're gonna do it a favor. They know, but you don't know that they leeching. You don't see their intent. You just swelling up and about to burst. About to bust wide open. Put them guards up. You got to get on the train.
For real.
You got to get on the train. Because eventually enough can be enough. If you don't recognize, like I said, bro, if you don't recognize the difference between the battle and the war, on what you should be fighting, on what you need to be letting go to focus on the bigger fight, you got to evaluate. Yeah, you got to evaluate so you can get a better grip on your time. What do I need to be focused on right now? Because that can wait. If I don't handle this, I won't never get to the other side.
Exactly.
You'll be stagnant.
Exactly. Hey man, we're heading into the fourth quarter. Well, we're in the fourth quarter. Ain't no heading. We're actually in the fourth quarter. And so stop looking at your watch, man. Stop looking at your activity. The time is timing. So at the end of the day, it's like, what are you doing activity-wise? Your deliverance is in your progression. Either you're moving towards it or you're moving away from it.
Because time is going to pass.
Either way.
Either way.
Time is going to pass. Are you going to pass with it?
It's gonna pass either way. What are you gonna gain from it?
Time move forward, but you in park. No.
Yeah, this is it.
Time is undefeated.
This is it. Going into the fourth quarter, don't start with New Year resolution, New Year, new me. No. Nah. That's why I stopped doing resolution years ago, because it just got to be a thing, just got to be routine. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna get active in? You can't say, listen, man, before we get up out of here, go grab it. If you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. But at the end of the day, that's the truth. You can't say you want to be delivered from something, but refuse to do the exercise that's going to produce deliverance. It may make you feel humiliated. It may make you look a certain way. But in the end of the day, how important is your deliverance? Dog, when I got that word, me and my wife, we got a word some years ago. I don't even remember how long it was. But we was on Record Highway. And we had a conference going on at the time, and the preacher pulled me and Nisha up. And but when they went to talking about like humility and the Lord's going to put y'all through a season of humbleness, and then I'm just listening. I'm like, man, but in my mind, I'm like, man, we don't bother nobody. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We like, we chill, we cool, we this, we that, you know. But then when I thought about it after all these years and all the hell we done been through all these years, dog, and I brought that back to my remembrance periodically over the last couple of years, and I told Isha, I said, man, I believe this what preacher was talking about. I said, if you look at all that stuff we done been through since he gave us that word, it was some humiliating situation that happened to us both. And looking at where we are now, even ministerially, I couldn't say we would be there without those things happening, to be honest. And we're always talking about being effective, having power, and not just existing to be, oh, I'm a Christian. No. God says for us to take dominion, and we have authority and we have power. I don't just want to be happy with the fact that, oh, I'm a sinner saved by grace. No, heck no. I'm a dominion now. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
get your cage on.
You can't access power without going through certain type of things. You know what I'm saying? You can't access certain type of skill sets and certifications, and, you know, without going through some stuff. So it's like, wow, would I have chosen to go through that? No. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about your life and progressing in your life, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to be humiliated to save your lineage? Because you won't get healed and delivered, your kids gonna suffer. Are you willing to go through that? Your wife or your husband is gonna suffer because you're willing not to get better at something.
It starts with you.
Starts with you, dog. Fourth quarter living, man. Let's get it.
Got to.
Gotta get it.
I think all the things that we all three of us went through, I wouldn't change a thing. Because it gave us this grit that we have. It gave us this hunger that we have.
Man, you know what? I'm glad you feel that way, but it's a couple things.
He's like, it's a couple things I'd love to change.
Speak for yourself.
I'll speak happily for myself.
There's a couple of things. What? Okay, you turn that. No, we straight. Receipt. Turn that thing right
but
back.
But think about it though, bro. The things that happened made you go deeper too.
Yeah, you right. Yeah, you right.
But it's still some things I changed.
Yeah, facts. You know I get it.
Like,
I get it.
I can go deeper, but what you say? Gotta go deeper. Okay. I don't need that to go deeper. I'm straight. I'm straight. We maturing now. We know. We maturing now. We can go deep with all. Bump all that. Hey, come for the high. Come for the high.
You want some of this, old man?
No. For real.
Oh, you can have my grandmama chain too. I don't want it.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Oh man. Hey man, this been dope. This been another 5 hours, man.
Let's be it for real, man.
Oh man. Oh man. Hey, we go on that note, man. We gonna get up out of here. Man, we hope we said something, man. Don't forget, man. We this fourth quarter living, man. Don't stop looking at your watch and look at the activity. And so just remember, your deliverance is in your progression, not your existence.
That's
so,
really good. Oh my goodness, that's really good.
You gotta make it. You gotta make it. You gotta make it. Don't quit. Don't give up. We've at this table. You're looking at 3 guys at one point, at multiple times, wanted to quit, throw in the towel, wanted to give up. And I can't say we gave up, but I can say we rested.
Yeah.
I can say we rested. I can say we shifted. But I can't say you looking at 3 guys that just gave up, because at some point, because we're all a pillar in each other's life, the other one was strong when one was weak. So that's why it's important that your circle be strong. So there's old saying, you only as strong as your weakest link. So I'm held up by some pillar guys here, man. So at the end of the day, your deliverance is in your progression, not your existence. So y'all already know how we do, man. Shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success, man. Hey, man, y'all been lovely, man. We love y'all. Keep striving, keep going. Hey, it's fourth quarter living, baby. Let's get it. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.